The Reds travelled to Portman Road where they faced a high-flying Ipswich Town, and it was almost their away side who took the lead, but recent signing Craig Hignett's effort was cleared off the line. Just before half-time, Ipswich nearly broke the deadlock. On-loan signing from West Ham, Samasi Abu, had this effort brilliantly tipped over by Tony Bullock. Into the second half, and John Hendry brought on our new signing Mike Turner from non-league Bilston Town. Within minutes of entering the field, he latched onto a pass from Mickey Eden, made a run down the right-hand side and pulled it back for Sean McClare to fire the Reds in front. With only minutes remaining, Mike Turner completed his dream debut when he scored to make the points safe. Darren Barnard firing in from the left, Turner was there to slide in his first ever league goal. Ipswich Town 0, Barnsley 2.
And he may well do. He's battling on.
Ashley Ward was allowed to leave the club to join Brian Kidd's Blackburn Rovers for £4.3 million, a club record transfer received for a Barnsley player.
Narrow escapes at the other end.
After the great result at Ipswich the previous week, Barnsley was soundly beaten at home to Swindon Town. Reds fell behind when Ifeanyi sprung the Barnsley offside trap to head in past Tony Bullock. It was soon 2-0, and again the Barnsley defence was caught square. George Ndar slipped the ball through, and there was that man again, Ifeanyi, to score his second of the game. Swindon soon made it 3-0 before half-time. Matty Appleby's careless pass went straight to George Ndar. He found a player in space, and although Tony Bullock saved the initial shot, there was nothing he could do about the rebound. Into the second half, and the Reds pushed forward to try and rescue something from the game. The closest effort came from Eric Tinkler. Bruce Dyer found his space on the left. He pulled the ball back for Tinkler, whose effort went inches wide. With time running out, Barnsley were given the chance of a consolation when awarded a penalty. Craig Hignett made a sturging run into the box where he was eventually bundled over. Darren Barnard stepped up to convert the spot kick, but it was too little too late. Barnsley 1, Swindon Town 3.
first time this afternoon the Barnsley fans make themselves heard as they get the corner. It's away and it's in. It's Arjun Deju. It's the captain that puts the away side ahead.
How many times this season have we seen County do that? Play really well, create loads of chances themselves, lose possession, concede a corner and go behind, and it's happened again.
After the good result on Boxing Day, the Reds got another 3 points at home to QPR. Barnsley threatened early, and after a good passing move, Sean McClare forced a good save from Ludic McCloskey. Just before half-time, Rangers almost snatched the lead. The ball was crossed into Gavin Peacock, but his shot was well saved by Tony Bullock. Mike Turner was brought on as a second-half substitute, and he almost broke the deadlock. Darren Barnard curled in a free kick from the left, but Turner couldn't keep the ball down. The Reds continued to push forward looking for a winner. Craig Hignett received the ball out on the right. His cross was cleared, but only as far as Darren Barnard, who hit a crisp left-foot shot which rebounded off the post. With only minutes remaining, Barnsley made the breakthrough. Queen's Park Rangers eventually cleared the ball out of their own half, where Ariane Dezu won an important header. Mike Turner held the ball up for on-loan signing Don Goodman. He turned and sent in a low shot which McCloskey couldn't hold, and there was Craig Hignett to tap in the rebound. Barnsley 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0.
And McClare now seizing on the loose ball for Barnsley, finds Hignett. Real chance, Craig Hignett against the woodwork, and again by Goodman. A well-mighty, put his head in his hands. Walters is after this one. Clearance only as far as Howe. Shooting chance, good strike. Keeper was nearly knocked over by it. Hay, who couldn't quite make the rebound. But what a fine try that was by Bobby Howe from distance. And it was all that Tony Bullock could do to just get something in the way of it.
For 65 minutes at the Hawthorns, the Reds more than matched West Brom, but in a mad 3-minute spell, the home side scored 2 goals to take the points. The first came from Sean Murphy. Substitute Fabian De Freitas had his shot well saved by Tony Bullock, and Murphy headed in the rebound. Almost from the restart, it was 2-0. Irish international James Quinn played a super pass to Lee Hughes, and the division's top marksman made no mistake in banging in a thunderous right-foot shot past Tony Bullock. West Bromwich Albion 2, Barnsley 1.
Trevor Francis is charged with the responsibility of taking them up, and he's got them into second position at the moment. Only Sunderland stand ahead. Goodman climbed well, and Turner nicks it on for Hignett, who now has to turn, but he's done well in doing that. And it'll come for Richardson's shot. Oh, it's a terrific shot and a very fine save as well from Kevin Poole. Well, unbelievably, well, I think that the referee is indicating, Mr. Richards, that it hit the crossbar, not the fingertip. Ablett and Johnson are in there. Oh, and it was sliced away off her boot. Nicky Eaton, I fancy, missed it, and it nearly confused Bullock, who did really well. Ablett and Johnson have scored 9 goals between them this season, and they're defenders. And it's going to be dangerous. Rowett didn't get there. Johnson does. Johnson shoots, hits the bar.
As a result of a 0-0 draw at the county ground 17 days earlier, Barnsley faced Swindon Town in an FA Cup third-round replay. After a goalless first half, Barnsley took the lead in the second. Sean McClare found where manager John Hendry, who returned the ball into the area for McClare to head the Reds in front. The Reds doubled their lead through a brilliant goal by Martin Bullock. Craig Hignett ran onto a loose ball, advanced to the area, but his shot was saved by the legs of the keeper. The rebound fell to Bullock, who smashed it in from all of 30 yards. Swindon pulled one back to give the Reds a nervous last 10 minutes. Mark Walters fired in a right foot shot which deflected off Kevin Richardson and into the top corner. But with only minutes remaining, Barnsley made the tie safe. Martin Bullock fed the ball to Craig Hignett, who sent in an unstoppable left foot shot into the top corner. Barnsley 3, Swindon Town 1. The Reds advanced to the last 16 of the FA Cup for the second season running with a comfortable win over Bournemouth. It all started with a Darren Sheridan goal. He stabbed in the rebound after Don Goodman's effort was saved. Six minutes into the second half and Bournemouth drew level. Neil Young's shot was blocked into the path of centre-back Eddie Howe, who fired it into the net. Barnsley were soon back in front though. Kevin Richardson's through ball looked too long for Craig Hignett, but somehow Mark Ovendale let the ball slip from his grasp, and Hignett had the easiest task in the world to side foot into the empty net. Shortly after, the Reds almost made it 3. Martin Bullock went on a surging run and found youngster Carl Rose, but his shot smacked against the crossbar. With only 2 minutes remaining, Barnsley did make it 3. Hignett made a forceful burst into the area and pulled it back for Martin Bullock to fire it into the bottom corner. Barnsley 3, Bournemouth 1. The home team took the lead on the hour mark. Murphy sent Powell down the left-hand side. He went past 2 defenders before sending in a low cross for Dean Windass, who showed quick feet to create room for himself to smack the ball past Tony Bullock. With 10 minutes remaining, Barnsley almost grabbed an equaliser. Craig Hignett's mazy run set up substitute Mike Turner, but his effort crashed against the woodwork. Oxford United 1, Barnsley 0. After a disappointing loss at Oxford, the Reds desperately needed all 3 points at home to Crewe. On 27 minutes, it was the visitors, though, who took the lead. A mistake by Ariane Dezou led in Rodney Jack, who ran at the Barnsley defence and unleashed a wonderful right foot shot from 20 yards that flew past Tony Bullock. Into the second half, and Crewe doubled their lead after 70 minutes. Again, Rodney Jack was allowed too much space, and he repeated his earlier feat with another stunning shot from outside the area, which flew into the corner. Two minutes later, the Reds pulled a goal back through Eric Tinkler. Martin Bullock found him in space. Tinkler then strode forward and sent in a low 25-yard drive into the bottom corner. Three minutes later, and the fight back was complete. Ariane Dezou picked up the ball in a similar position to Tinkler. Again, he was allowed to push forward, and the Dutchman struck a 30-yard shot which deceived the goalkeeper and bounced into the net. Barnsley 2, Crewe Alexandra 2. The Reds reached the quarter-finals of the FA Cup with a convincing win over second division Bristol Rovers. It was 1-0 early on. Bruce Dyer made a run to the byline and crossed it over to give Craig Hignett a simple tap in. Before half-time, Hignett scored both his and Barnsley's second. Mike Sherrin, making his Barnsley debut, fed the ball through, and Hignett stormed into the area and fired in a low shot into the far corner. The goal of the game came from Bruce Dyer. Tony Bullock punted a long kick The ball was brilliantly flicked on by Mike Sherran, and Dyer turned to volley in an unstoppable shot past the keeper. Barnsley soon wrapped things up with a fourth. Martin Bullock played a 1-2 with Craig Hignett, whose Dyer's effort was saved, but Hignett was there to knock in the rebound for his hat-trick. With time running out, Rovers scored a consolation through Jason Roberts, but it finished Barnsley 4, Bristol Rovers 1.
See what Richardson can do now. Shearer touched inside, Sheridan wide. Now Jones. Missed by Sheeran. It might come here for Tinkler, who can hit them, and it's the best moment of the game so far. And the transfer of Ashley Ward to Blackburn Rovers. We'll continue to rely on him for a goal or two. Oh, and that's Appleby under pressure. Grimsby, surely Donovan got a great chance there. It's Kingsley Black, can he do the job? They're queuing up here, and it's stabbed wide, unbelievably, and that really does sum up the match. That's a decent pass, but DeSeo this time does get over there. He can only clear it as far as Widdrington, though. And the first time cross in, Eden! Off his own bar. Well, that's the most astonishing moment of the game. And I think that does mean we're going to get a goalless draw, because Nicky Eden's heart must have been in his mouth there. Barnsley, remember, down to 10 men. They have this corner, and DeSeo's up there! And it's cleared off the line. Can Grimsby survive another scare?
Still without a league win in 1999, the Reds entertained promotion candidates Bradford City. Barnsley went down to the only goal of the game, scored by substitute Gordon Watson. Barnsley 0, Bradford City 1.
Warhurst long, Holdsworth, header down, Sellers with the drive! Fabulous goal! Ingeniously worked and splendidly executed. And denied Bolton's top league scorer space. Johansson, Holdsworth, Johansson, lovely! Penalty! Jones with the sliding challenge, Johansson going down beneath it. 4 out of 4 from the spot this season so far for Dean Holdsworth. Blackmore attempting to orchestrate. Eden wide, DeZeo has gone wider still. Eden's ball in, kind deflection, Hignett trying to hold it up. It's Craig Hignett, 2-1. Barnsley back in the game that seemed to be getting away from them. And Craig Hignett So very visibly their most instinctive creator has given them a renewed glimpse of daylight. First touch took him away, second touch set him up, and the third touch was the truest of the lot. Fine finish, it's 2-1. Jääskeläinen hardly troubled in the first 20 minutes, now with plenty on. Good drive! Oh, splendid goal! What a fantastic strike! And against all odds, Barnsley, from being 2 down, find themselves all square at 2-2. Space for Eden. McClair galloping in front of it. This is McClair. Dyer's going to the near post if McClair can find it. It's McClair's ball in. Headed away by Cox. Terrific shot! Eric Tinkler with the hit this time from massive distance. Mike Whitlow, who's worked his way out of this division in years gone by with Leeds and with Leicester, and is hell-bent on doing the same with Bolton. Moses. Dyer. Fish with the hook clearance, back in by McClair. Header towards Blackmore, and then Higgins! 2 goals down, 3-2 up, and there is the star of the moment for Barnsley. So little of the goal to aim at, but what Hignett could see, he found with an intricacy, a precision, and a vigour of strike that marks him out as one of the best in the division. And there's the smile that says, we've done what seemed impossible. Johansson. Gudjonsson. Gudjonsson! 3-3! Yet another really splendid goal. It's been a feast at the Reebok this evening.
Camp. He's given it away. Jones. Hignett. Plenty of players forward for Barnsley here. Hignett! And it bats just in front of Ian Walker, which is something goalkeepers hate. But Walker dealt with it very competently. Ginola. Header by Armstrong. And the goalkeeper helped it on its way over the top. Jones, it's over McClair, not over Walker. Moses trying to stop Schindler this time. Well, there's an amazing reaction from both benches. John Hendry feels that Schindler was making a meal of that. George Graham responding in kind. Mike Reid responding by getting the card out for Adi Moses. It's his 8th booking of the season. Ferdinand. He did very well to take the sting out of that ball up to his chest, and he's done more than that. He's got Adi Moses in more difficulty. And Adi Moses completes a very unhappy double. He was sent off at Newcastle in the 6th round last season. and he's sent off here. Anderton. Here's Ferdinand. Tottenham have had to deal with replays with Wimbledon and Leeds. They're looking to finish this one at the first attempt. And Ginola, it's a fantastic run. He may well have finished it at the first attempt. He's been moody for much of the match, but now he's simply magnificent.
Well, Ginola can go long spells without really being in the game, and full credit to Nicky Eden, he's been magnificent in the job that he's done.
Down to 10 men and taken apart by David Ginola. Eden. In goes Dyer! Well, they're digging deep. John Henry's team.
The Reds eased any worries of relegation with their first win of the year against bottom club Bristol City. Barnsley took the lead after 32 minutes. Craig Hignett found Bruce Dyer with a beautiful ball. He sprinted forwards before checking inside and bending in a right foot shot past keeper Anderson. Into the second half and City threatened to score an equaliser. Tony Bullock blocked substitute Goodridge's effort and Hewlett's follow-up blazed over. The points were eventually made safe though with just 2 minutes remaining. Again it was Craig Hignett who was at the heart of it. He burst into the City half before feeding Dyer, who in turn found Sharon on the right. He sent a first-time ball over for Hignett to turn in his 11th goal of the campaign. Barnsley 2, Bristol City 0. The home side took the lead through John Durnin. Tony Bullock failed to collect a long ball from Andy Orford, and the Pompey striker slotted the ball into the empty net. Into the second half, and on 66 minutes Barnsley equalised. Matty Appleby brought the ball out of defence and threaded it through to Craig Hignett, who slipped it under Alan Knight. Minutes later, the Reds were in front. Portsmouth gave the ball away in midfield. Craig Hignett found Mike Sherrin, and his fierce cross was diverted into his own net by Adrian Whitbread. With time running out, the Reds made the point safe when they scored a third. Mike Sherrin found Bruce Dyer in space out on the left, and the Barnsley striker produced a fantastic finish by shooting over Alan Knight. Portsmouth 1, Barnsley 3. After that great away win at Portsmouth the previous week, the Reds now entertain Sheffield United in the South Yorkshire derby at Oakwell. It was the home side who took the lead with the goal of the game. Bruce Dyer made a powerful run before finding Mike Sherrin, who in turn found Craig Hignett, who side-footed it into the roof of the net. United almost hit back straight away, but Paul Devlin's header was saved on the line by Tony Bullock. On the stroke of half-time, the Reds almost doubled their lead when free transfer signing Clayton Blackmore had this effort tipped over by Alan Kelly. Into the second half, and United produced their best chance so far when Wayne Quinn's free kick smacked against the upright. With only 4 minutes remaining, United snatched an equaliser. Alan Kelly launched a massive kick into the Barnsley half. The ball bounced and caused confusion in the defence, and Brazilian striker Marcelo nipped in to shoot past Bullock. But Oakwell soon exploded into celebration once more. Deep into injury time, Martin Bullock fed Craig Hignett, who struck from the edge of the area, the ball finding the bottom corner of the net. Barnsley 2, Sheffield United 1.
Martin Foyle, absolutely pinpoint header by Martin Foyle. David Brammer, the creator of the corner, the first one, they had it cleared off the line.
The visitors took the lead midway through the first half. A long throw was sent in by Dave Challoner, which Tony Bullock punched away, but only as far as Kenny Irons, whose looping header went in off the underside of the crossbar. Just before half-time, Tranmere were reduced to 10 men, and the Reds began to push forward. Bruce Dyer thought he'd scored a brilliant equaliser, but his effort was superbly tipped over by John Acterberg. Into the second half, and Barnsley finally pulled level. Kevin Richardson sent a searching ball to Scott Jones, who shot past the keeper, and Bruce Dyer made sure with a tap-in on the line. Soon after, Bruce Dyer thought he'd scored the winner, and his brilliant overhead kick was ruled out for dangerous play. Barnsley 1, Tranmere Rovers 1. Sunderland were the visitors to Oakwell, looking for a win to secure the First Division Championship. They went in front on the stroke of half-time through Nicky Summerby. Into the second half, and Sunderland went further ahead. Lee Clark was allowed to run through the Barnsley defence and slot it neatly past Tony Bullock. The Reds threatened a comeback when Mike Sherron scored his first goal for the club. Craig Hignett sent in a corner from the right, and Sherron volleyed it home. With the time running out, Kevin Phillips scored the goal of the game when he bent in a 20-yard strike past Tony Bullock. Barnsley 1, Sunderland 3. After that defeat at home to Sunderland, Barnsley chairman John Dennis announced the sacking of player-manager John Hendry.
The directors of Barnsley Football Club wish to announce that they have today terminated the contract of player-manager John Hendry. The directors wish to place on record their appreciation of John's efforts over the last 2.5 years, and in particular the major contribution which he made as a player during the 1996-1997 promotion season. The search for a new team manager commences immediately, and in the meantime the club's chief coach Eric Winstanley will have responsibility for playing matters. The directors wish John Hendry and his family every possible success, good health and happiness in the future.
Caretaker manager Eric Winstanley took charge of the team affairs for the match at the McAlpine Stadium. With only pride at stake, the Reds relaxed and played some excellent football. Mike Sherron scored the only goal of the game after 20 minutes. Matty Appleby broke out of defence. The ball found its way to Eric Tinkler. His shot was saved, but he managed to head it back across goal for Sherron to score his second in the last 2 games. Into the second half, and the home side spurned an excellent chance to equalise. Wayne Allison put this close-range effort over the bar.
Eric, needless to say, delighted with the outcome.
Brilliant. Good performance, workmanlike, and I thought at times we worked the ball well, played really well, and probably could have won with more goals.
The $64 million question, does Eric Winstanley want the job full-time?
At the moment I'm caretaker manager, that's what the job's been offered to me as that, and I'll treat it like that, and I'll look at it and work every day, work as hard as I can as caretaker manager, knowing that in fact I'm probably keeping it warm for another man, and if in the meantime we get a nice smooth transition in between the period for somebody coming in, then I'll have done a decent job, and that's my job. But later on, if somebody wants to talk about that, who knows, you know. But at the moment, I'm treating it as caretaker manager and only that.
Not been an easy week for you with what happened on Monday with John Hendry's departure, but it certainly looks as if you managed to get the players to respond.
Players have been brilliant. I mean, the dressing room has always been good when this season, obviously, things didn't turn out as we would have liked it to be. And I think along that lines, you know, things like this happen in football. But the dressing room's always been spot on anyway, and I'd no qualms. I mean, every day this week they've worked hard with a view to getting a result here, and I'm dead chuffed for them that it's happened.
In the final home game of the season, we faced Graham Taylor's Watford, who was still in the hunt for the playoff place. It was the visitors who took the lead when midway through the first half, and Gonga latched onto a loose ball and fired past Tony Bullock at the second attempt. Into the second half, and Barnsley was soon level. The ball was won in midfield, and after some neat passing, Hignett found Nicky Eden, who scored only his second goal of the season. The Hornets went back in front though, a dubious Tommy Mooney goal. The ball crossed in from the right, and as Tony Bullock rose to claim it, he appeared to be fouled, but the referee's whistle never came, and Mooney headed in the loose ball. With only minutes remaining though, the Reds scored an equaliser. Scott Jones powered in a 40-yard free kick which smacked against the crossbar, but substitute Eric Tinkler was there to knock in the rebound. Barnsley 2, Watford 2.
Keep hold of it. Griffin is through here for Swindon. Great opportunity to make a name for himself. And does he just do that? 1-0. Barnard with a corner. 1-1. Well, where was the marking? It was as simple as anything for Scott Jones. Richardson. And Bullock. And still, it's all opening up for him. 2-1. Richardson finding Barnard. Bullock. Dyer waiting in the centre. Bullock, though, going it alone. Here is Bruce Dyer, surely 3-1. And that is exactly the score. It really was simple stuff. Well, Swindon, again, just falling asleep. A nice little nap in the sun that allowed Bullock to lay it on a plate, really, for Bruce Dyer. And he couldn't miss.
The Reds finished the season in a disappointing 13th position. Many people expected a quick return to the Premiership, but it was always difficult with a first-time manager John Hendry and the departure of leading goalscorer Ashley Ward. The Barnsley chairman now has the task of finding a suitable manager to guide Barnsley Football Club back into the promised land of the Premiership.